Hey guys, so today I'm going to just be sitting here folding some cloth diaper laundry and we're just gonna have a little chat. Today's topic, I thought we would talk about the whole stay-at-home quarantine recommendations and how super boring life has been lately. I know that everybody's kind of stuck on the same boat here. Everything just kind of sucks right now. We are super fortunate. I don't know anyone personally that has contracted the virus or anything like that. We've all been very healthy and very good, and so yes, we are super lucky on that end of the spectrum, but still it's super hard being at home all the time and not being able to go and do literally anything, and it has been sucky. So I just kind of wanted to touch on some things, kind of rant a little bit and just get my thoughts out there. And if you guys have any comments, of course, leave them down below. If things are really crappy for you, I'm really sorry. I know that this is super tough for so many of us, and being stuck at home with the kiddos all the time is hard regularly, but being told you have to stay home with the kiddos all the time is like a totally different thing, right? So let's start out on a positive note. At least the weather has been coming around lately, so it hasn't been too terrible. I mean, the last couple of days have been like in the 40s, so like we haven't been going out and doing anything. For a while there, the weather was actually pretty nice, and so that is awesome. That is definitely like the best part about being stuck at home, is that we can at least go outside and play in the yard and stuff like that. We're not like totally stuck indoors, so at least the weather's starting to come around a little bit these days, and we're not like totally completely confined to this space in here. We can at least get out in the yard. And along with that, I have actually started up my garden for this year, and that video might already be up, and I'll leave a link down below if you guys are interested. I do want to try and capture a little bit more footage of our garden this year. This is only the second year we are doing a garden. Last year was our first garden ever, and we got some things out of it, but for the most part, last year's garden kinda sucked and wasn't as good as it could have been. So I'm trying to, apply things that I've learned since last year to our garden this year, and hopefully things go a little bit better than they ended up going last year. So hopefully we at least like have stuff growing all year and things aren't too bad. So with the weather being so nice, I just want to get out and go to the park and go hang out and like be outside, but I don't want to take the boys to the parks because I feel like they'll be too tempted to want to play on like the park equipment and stuff. It'd be different if we could just go to the park and like walk around and stuff, which we usually would like go for a walk and then play on the playground, but I don't really want them on the playgrounds. So it would just be really hard to like take them to the park and then like see the playground and be like, why can't I play on that? So I don't even take them out to the park because I don't want to like tempt them like that and make them sad knowing that they can't play on the playground equipment and stuff. So we have been totally staying at home and not going out to do anything. Now my husband has still been working. He works in construction, and even though things are really slow right now, he is still going into work regularly like he always does. And for his job, he does like stop by, Home Depot or Lowe's and stuff like that every once in a while. And so sometimes I do get him. They were even doing some work in like some grocery stores around here lately. So when we do like need a grocery item, I usually just ask him to pick it up while he's like at work and out at the stores and bring it home to us. So we haven't really even been going to like the grocery store. I think I've made one Walmart pickup in the past month and a half or something. So that's the like most exciting thing, is like going to pick up one Walmart grocery pickup in the past 6 weeks. So I haven't been inside any stores. I don't know what they look like out there, but I've heard stories from like family members and stuff who have been out in the stores and how everything is totally out in a lot of places. Like even like just looking for like flour, bread flour, wheat flour, it's like impossible to find. So that's really sucky because we are totally out of flour right now. I have like half of a bag of whole wheat, and I don't really know any good recipes for using like just whole wheat. I usually mix like half whole wheat, half white flour, but I mean, we'll be fine. We're not gonna starve or anything. There's plenty of food in the house, and I do have like a million loaves of just like sandwich bread in the freezer. We're like never gonna run out of that stuff because the boys live on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and so having bread on hand is a big deal for us. So although we do stay home a lot, I am officially a stay-at-home mom for several months now. It's just totally different, you know, like just being at home all the time versus like being told you like have to be at home all the time. It's just so boring and crazy in here sometimes. It's just really starting to get to me at this point. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, how much longer is this going to be? This is just really hard being stuck here all the time and trying to think of things for us to do and like never being able to go out and do fun things. Like with the weather warming up, you just want to go to the park. You just want to go out and play and like have fun and like go, you know, go to the zoo or whatever, you know, but it's just not happening these days. And so it is pretty crappy. Just waking up in the morning knowing that like the funnest thing we get to do all day is like go play in the backyard. Like it's just so sad because when springtime hits, you want to go out and play, you want to go out and do things, and you like can't go do anything right now. And so it is really crappy and not fun, even though I have started the garden, and the garden has definitely got me in like, you know, the springtime mood. And the flats and hand washing challenge is coming up soon. That's another thing I think is going to be, it's like a totally different take on the flats and hand washing challenge this year after experiencing this whole virus situation and being stuck at home all the time, knowing that we never will run out. We're not gonna run out of diapers. I know how to hand wash diapers. Like diapers are not going to be a problem for our family. Even like toilet paper. Toilet paper is not going to be a problem. If we really, really didn't have toilet paper, I have a ton of wipes that we use for the boys, for diaper changes, and we're, you know, if worse comes to worse, I mean, we have toilet paper, you know? So yeah, just this whole situation has given me a real appreciation for the flats and hand washing challenge, and knowing that we can cloth diaper our babies through anything and not having to worry about all of that kind of stuff. I definitely feel like a really big appreciation for having done that challenge in the past, and even knowing about cloth diapers and being into cloth diapers, you know, at this point in our life. Like it makes a lot of sense to be using cloth products for the babies right now, and it makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like we at least have this little part of our life under control if, you know, the worst case scenario. So I definitely want to hear from you guys how things are going at home with the kiddos. I couldn't even begin to imagine what it's like to be working from home full time, plus taking care of kids, and then like if you have bigger kids who are in school, trying to help them with their schoolwork and stuff. That sounds like a totally different handful. That just sounds really hard and really crappy, and I'm super lucky that at least I'm not in that situation. I don't have to worry about, you know, any kind of work outside the home or anything, and the boys are both just homeschooled, preschooled anyway, so like I already know what I'm doing with them. You know, just getting on Pinterest and thinking of random little activities to do every day. That's, you know, that's the biggest extent of my like worries about trying to homeschool them, is just thinking of new activities for them to do and trying to keep them busy a little bit more during the day, because when it's not a super nice day and we're not outside all the time, like we just have to think of something fun to do to keep the boys distracted and happy while I get, you know, housework and stuff done, and just trying to keep them learning and, you know, getting into numbers and letters and all that fun stuff. But on the days when it is nice out, we spend so much time outside. I don't even know if you can see, I got sunburnt the other day, and I'm like, it's only April and I'm already having a sunburn. Like, oh my gosh. And I have been slathering up the boys with sunscreen, trying to keep them protected from the sun. And it's just, I know, totally off topic kind of, but it's crazy how quickly the warm weather comes on. It's like miserable, snowy, cold, blah, and then all of a sudden it's like 1,000,000 degrees, so sunny. You have to, you know, protect yourself, wear a hat, you know, go outside in like shorts and stuff. It's like there's no in between here. It's just super freezing cold or super freaking hot. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and check in with you guys. Leave me some comments down below. Are things super sucky? Are you enjoying this? I am typically a homebody anyway, but this is just much more extreme than our usual staying home practices. And we are super lucky that my husband still has a job, is still going to work. I know several people personally who have lost their jobs, who are in kind of crappy situations, and we are extremely lucky to not be in that kind of situation with our family here, our immediate family. So yeah, we're super lucky for that. My husband is actually on vacation this week, and already like pre-planned vacation before any of this stuff started happening. He has been home for a few days now, so that's been super nice having him around, even though it's super boring because we'll just like sit around and be like, oh my gosh, what are we even gonna do with ourselves all day? Because it's supposed to be his vacation, it's supposed to be like fun family time, and it's like we have nothing to do. There's nothing fun to go out and do. We can't go and do anything. We just had to sit around here and be bored all the time. And so we've been, you know, playing Scrabble or like putting puzzles together with the boys and stuff like that. But it's just weird. It's just a totally different world than we knew just a couple of months ago, you know? And I think that it's going to, I really do feel like it's going to influence our like buying habits in the future. Like I always keep a lot of stuff in the pantry, just like extra stuff to have on hand, so that I always have like, I almost always have like doubles of a lot of things at least. And I feel like that's going to be even more so important in the future once all of this is done and we can actually go back to the grocery store and like actually shop in person. I feel like we're gonna have like a super full pantry like all the time. I feel like it's just something that's going to really stick with us as a family, and me as a mom, as the grocery buyer in the house. I feel like I'm definitely going to be keeping a lot more staples and doubles and like a lot of things around in the house just as like a precautionary thing for the future. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I thought it would just be kind of a random little talk with you guys. Please do let me know down below how you guys are doing, because I know it sucks and everyone's situation is different, but we're all stuck at home together. So if you have anything you need to vent about or just talk to someone about, please leave some comments down below, and I always try to reply to you guys as timely as I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and let me know any other video topics that you want me to put online here as we're all stuck at home. I've been trying to put out more videos lately, and I just feel like I've gotten to a point where I like am running out of ideas. So if you have any ideas, please let me know down in the comments below. I hope you're excited for Flats and Hand Washing Week. That's coming up super quickly here. And I love you guys, and I hope that everyone is doing well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.